Hi there, I'm James White and I'm the UK's leading prospect conversion expert. So one of the questions that I get a lot from people that I work with is that they've got a prospect that's really keen and really interested in buying from them, but they haven't just done the final bit they need to get them over the line and get them to become a customer. So within this video, I'm going to share with you some key things you can do and some actions that you can take in order to tip that prospect over the line and turn them from a prospect into a customer. Let's go through the video and show you some things that are going to make a big difference for you and help you win more business. So one of the first things I say to people is you've got to be able to outline how what you deliver can actually happen for them. One of the biggest challenges in any prospect's mind is they might know they've got the problem that they have, but the key thing is they've got to believe and trust in you to make that problem go away. And they've got to be in a position where they feel, yes, this can happen for me. I was talking to a prospect this morning who actually is not sure whether they can get the results with me. So the way that I got them to see that I was the right person to work with is I outlined exactly how I work with my customers. I showed them details of what will happen should they become a customer and how I look after them during the after sales process. And I actually then show how we go about delivering the results and going through on a step-by-step basis what we do each month with our calls, with our follow-up actions, by individually being able to show them what it could look like for them. And that gave them the confidence and the assurance they needed to make the decision to go ahead. You've got to be able to show your prospects what's it going to take to actually make that happen for them, and what will happen the moment they say, yes, let's do this, in order to make things go forward. If you can show them that, then they're going to be in a position to really reduce the risk and stress that they have from making that final, yes, let's go ahead decision. And it's going to be a big factor for you in converting more of those potentials into reality. So that prospect's keen. They're really in a position where they're just about to make the decision. What can tip them over the edge? One of the best ways is to show them other people similar to them who have actually made that previous decision. And if you can even get in contact with that existing customer and ask them to make a phone call or be available to take a phone call from that prospect, that can be the key factor in turning that prospect into a customer. We all want to feel like we work with people that actually are going to deliver the right result. And what better way to do that than to speak to someone who's been through the process that they have and then find that, yes, they promised me this and they delivered it. It's going to make that prospect feel warm, it's going to give them a sense of assurance, and it's going to make the prospect feel that they can put their trust in you. And there's no better reference than an existing customer saying, he is great to work with, she is great to work with, I really recommend them, and I'd strongly encourage you to use them. So the prospect's just about to buy. What are some of the final things they might be wondering as to what stops them from making that final push the button decision to go ahead? Part of that challenge could be about how difficult is it going to become once I decide to go ahead? So one of your key goals and objectives is to make the sales process really simple and really easy. And as I've mentioned in the previous parts of the video, outline what will happen. But once the prospect does actually decide to go ahead, how easy do you make it? Do you ask them to go through lots of complex forms and information to be signed off? Or can you make it simple, really straightforward for them to go ahead and commit to doing something? And look at your sales process and how you actually transact with your prospect and remove all of the barriers that you can from making that a difficult challenge for the prospect themselves. Because you never guess what, they may get to the stage where they say yes, they want to go ahead, and then because you've put barriers or make it difficult to work with, they in the end decide this isn't worth the bother. Be really clear, be really simple, tell them what's going to happen, maybe outline 3 or 4 steps that are going to need to take place and what will happen at what time, and then deliver on that. And if you can deliver on it and show the prospect that even after they've made that purchasing decision, that you're professional, that you're organised, and that you do things in the right way, it's going to give them great assurance that they've made the right decision. Because the key thing that prospects always feel once they've made a buying decision is, have I done the right thing? So onboard them in the right way, go through the right process with them, show them how easy it is to work with you and do business with you, and you're going to be in a great place to make that prospect a really happy customer. So my final point around how you just get a prospect to work with you is to deliver this incredible service that wows them for what it is you do. I fundamentally believe the best companies distinguish themselves from the average companies through the level of service that they give and the way in which they respond effectively and quickly, that they care about their customers and really want to deliver on the promises they make. There are plenty of stories out there of people that have sold a product and then left it to someone else and not delivered on what they've promised. And I know I've made those mistakes myself in the past, and it hurts me when that's happened and that a customer doesn't feel that way. And I vowed within my business that I was always trying to make sure that I deliver the service that I've promised the customer and make them feel part of a special community of companies that work with me. If you do that, if you deliver that incredible service and you deliver on the results that you offer, and one way to do that, by the way, is to make sure you don't overpromise in the first instance. I always encourage my customers to underpromise and then overdeliver. But if you do deliver that incredible level of service, are responsive, are helpful, and are supportive, and sometimes things will go wrong, and that's all about the communication and the way you engage with them. But if you make them feel special and you make them feel part of your new customer community and you onboard them in the right way, then you're going to get an incredible result from that prospect, because they're now going to feel special, they're going to feel they want to be part of your team and your company, and they're going to refer you to other people as a result. So there are 4 things that you can do to really get that prospect to become a customer. I describe the prospect journey that you work with as very much like a seesaw. Sometimes when you start engaging with a prospect, it's 20% in their favour versus your favour. But over a period of time, through showing what you do, you can move past that 50-degree point. And we all know that if you get to 55 or 60 degrees, by showing them what it is you do, how you can deliver results, and actually show them then the impact that working is going to have, it's inevitable that momentum will win. That snowball running down the hill will happen because you've made it happen as a result of getting rid of the obstacles of barriers and showing the reason why the prospect should work with you. So if you're going to get success and convert more prospects to customers on a regular basis, you need to get that seesaw happening in the right direction. You need to show prospects why they should work with you. And if you do that, you're going to win more business and you're going to hit those sales numbers at the end of each month or quarter. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love you to share your thoughts with me down below under the comment section on what I can do to help you and your business grow. And if you like the video, please share, the links are there, with your colleagues, your friends, people that you know, as I'd love to be able to help them achieve their business goals as well. My name's James White. I'm the UK's leading prospect conversion expert, and I look forward to sharing more of my thoughts and ideas with you really soon.